Hey, it's Jason Creel. I bought another Red Max blower and wanted to talk to you just a little bit about my theory on equipment and then show you the blower. I've spoken before about buying the Red Max blowers, how I like those a lot. This is a EBZ 5150. Well, the blower I had before that was a EBZ 5150. And so just to go into a little bit of my theory on upgrading and buying and selling equipment. So what I do, and I know others do similar things, and then others have a different strategy, but what I do, I typically keep handheld equipment. I buy it new, keep it for a couple of years, and then sell it and buy new equipment again. And so just in the past month, I've sold both my string trimmer and my backpack blower, and I just turned around and bought a new string trimmer and a new backpack blower. You might think, well, why would you do that? Because the truth is there was nothing wrong with the string trimmer I had was still running great. The blower I had was running great, and you know, could have probably lasted another, you know, who knows, several years possibly. But what my theory is I don't like equipment being down. I don't like spending time on maintenance, especially of handheld equipment. I understand maintenance is a big part of, you know, zero-turn mowers and that sort of thing, but so my theory is if I can get 2 maintenance-free years out of a string trimmer or a backpack blower. When I say maintenance-free, I'm talking about basically not having to have the carburetor cleaned out or replace spark plugs. Even though those things may seem minor and insignificant in cost, it's still the downtime of a piece of equipment not functioning properly, you know, along with, you know, having to either do it yourself or take it to a shop, and how long, you know, maybe a week without a piece of equipment, or a few days at least. So my theory is instead of taking those losses by paying for repairs, take those losses by selling it and just keep newer equipment. And so, for example, let me show you how this works in real numbers. So I bought a Red Max EBZ 5150, I believe, you know, a little over 2 years ago. I believe I paid $309 for it online, no tax, free shipping. I turned around and sold it 2 years later for $200. So I lost $109, but that's for 2 years of a blower that I had zero trouble out of. Not one time that I remember that it would not crank, or that I had to, you know, find a backup or whatever. So I lost $109 in 2 years, you know, a little over, you know, $55, a little under $55 actually. So to me, that's really good. And then I turn around and buy this one. The cheapest I could find one this time was $319, so I'd pay extra $10. But to me, it's still a great deal. Now I'm back to a brand new blower that I can, you know, should be able to count on dependably for another 2 years. Same thing with string trimmer. I had bought a Husqvarna trimmer, I think for, you know, around $300, something like that. Sold it after 2 years for $140, and then turned around and bought one for like $320 or $330. So I lost a little bit more on the trimmer, but again, I had a trimmer that lasted me for 2 years, zero problems out of it. And instead of, you know, waiting until it tears up and start putting money in it, I thought, well, let me go ahead and sell it and buy another brand new one. So that's my theory. I don't think it's the only way to do it. I understand people want to buy a piece of equipment and just keep it for years and years and years, and maybe do the maintenance, and sometimes that works better. I do this on vehicles. I do it on, to be honest, on my washer and dryer. I had a perfectly running washing and dryer, excuse me, that I found a good deal on one at a store. So I just went ahead and bought one, came home, put mine on Craigslist and sold it in the same day. You know, so it cost me like maybe $300 to upgrade from an 8-year-old set washer and dryer set to a brand new washer and dryer. So it's just a theory I have. So all right, that was a little bit long. Let's talk about the blower. I'm gonna open it up and show it to you. I might not show you putting it together, but I can show it to you once it's put together. So, unboxing a blower. I'm not sure what all this is. Got the tubes. The blower itself. Okay, one of the things I like about the EBZ 5150, and I've talked about this before, but you know, I know Red Max makes 3 blowers that are larger than this one, but this, as far as a value, not that value is everything, but the value and the size and the weight and the power, I think it's a good blower. You know, if you're doing residential properties or small commercial, to me this has plenty of power. I have a restaurant, I blow off the entire parking lot weekly and do it with this. So yes, it doesn't have the power that one of the huge ones does, but it also is lighter weight and easier to carry around for a longer time. So, and you know, at $319 as opposed to, you know, $500, $550, whatever the big ones go for. So I like this size personally, and I think if you have a crew of people and you had 2 or 3 of these hanging on your truck, or maybe you get one of the big ones, you know, and it all depends on the application. If you're out there doing a lot of leaf cleanup, I understand that sometimes you need a bigger one. So I'm not saying don't get the bigger ones, but I'm saying for people starting out or just doing a lot of residential properties, to me, I like this size personally. So, so here's the 5150. I've got other videos out there talking about this particular blower. Red Max is fantastic on their blowers, and they last a long time, even though I sell them for every 2 years. So let me put this thing together, and I'll be putting it to use tomorrow. But anyway, hope that helps. Talking about the blowers, why I upgrade equipment. Like I said, it's not the only way. I respect other people that want to keep their equipment. Maybe you're more handy, and maybe it's just I don't necessarily like working on things. So whatever works for you. Got it put together. Let's put some gas in it, crank it up. Got another Red Max blower. Should last me a couple more years. Hopefully sell it, buy another one. Thanks.